Yes, all football fans here in Jamaica and more so over the world, all the football lovers who support the JFF. I asked a question a few hours ago, basically yesterday or last night, if you want to ask. What's really going on in the JFF? But I was really lost to face this news right now, people. Just to know that the JFF again has messed up with travel documents for our young reggae boys. A matter of fact, if you take this situation, the JFF has messed up quite a number of times in recent time. And I'm saying this to say, I tell you people, I just can't understand what's really happening. It's not 1, 2, 3, or 4 times that the JFF has failed. Yes, the JFF has failed to negotiate or to secure visa for the players. Not 1 or 2 times. When it is not a visa issue, it is a traveling, plane issue, transportation. So the under 15 just suffered, the under 17 suffered, the reggae girls suffered, the senior reggae boys suffered, and these are just in recent time. What's happening? Now, my view on this, people, and this is just my view, I believe the JFF need some counseling. I think the JFF need training. The personnel in the JFF seems like they don't understand, yes, the basic requirements of securing visas. A matter of fact, it seems like they don't understand the basics of the business. And if you ask the question, how many times these members of the JFF hierarchy has missed their flight on a personal travel? I can't answer that. But my guess, they have not missed a flight on their personal travel. So why is it? What it takes for the personal persons responsible to sort out travel documents, and they have not learned one good thing from all the mistakes they have made. The only thing you hear, this will never happen again. We're going to do everything that it takes to get this thing up. No, I'm saying this. This is the 3rd time I'm hearing it, A matter of fact, in 2022, if my memory serves me right, people, and I stand for correction, somewhere about June 2022, when Dalton Wint, the then General Secretary, was asked to resign, it was all because of this whole travel arrangement issues. Hence, right now, that situation is before the courts. So let's not go too much into that. Because once there are legal actions, you have to leave it alone until all these situations are solved. But the point I'm making is, we have gotten rid of Dalton Wint because the JFF hierarchy and the players suspect that he was at fault all the times these travel incidents happen. And he was forced to resign. He was forced to resign. But then, not too sure, I don't even remember that there was an election for that post. Or maybe it never warranted an election. Or is it that the General Secretary is just selected or elected by the President? We need to be educated about these things. But Dennis Chung, a businessman, an accountant, not just a regular accountant, you know, this man is a stand. Hey, listen, Dennis Chung has managed so many boards in Jamaica, both at the accounting level and at the managerial level. And he's a very, very eloquent speaker as it relates to business, accounting. A matter of fact, sources told me that this man is a no-nonsense man as it relates to the accounts in the JFF. A matter of fact, he was responsible for the JFF accounting committee. He was the head of the JFF accounting committee just before he was general secretary. So he would have known a lot of things that are going on. But all this what I'm saying, you know, people, I am wondering if while Dalton Wint was there and we're having the issues, these same issues, what I am seeing now, may be very well coming from the present General Secretary, because he was responsible for the accounts in the JFF while Dalton Wint was there. And now he has taken over the General Secretary, and we're still having the problems. I am not calling for the head of Mr. Chung. What I am calling for, Sir Chung, I respect you. But as a businessman, and a manager, you need to get this thing sorted out. You need to get through to the different federations, whether in the Caribbean, North America, Europe, South America, wherever. You also, as General Secretary, need to organize capacity building seminars for the members of the JFF. Because right now, the entire hierarchy of the JFF lack that capacity. Yes, you can blame me for speaking so hard, but guess what? What have we seen? Give me something right now, people. Anybody. Give me any scenario that we can say, yes, the JFF has done well. There are too many issues surrounding the JFF, people. And for one situation of traveling has made it 2, 3, 4, 5 times, still cannot be solved. Now, this situation has placed the under 15 preparation in jeopardy. Yes? So they have not gotten to travel to Sweden. But now I've heard that there are arrangements for them to travel to Florida. This week or next week. The 3rd to the 4th, somewhere about that. But how quickly that June trip, how comes that this Florida trip has been arranged so quickly, so soon? Mr. Chung, I think I believe you had something up your sleeve, Mr. Chung. Yeah, man, I really believe you had something up your sleeve. Yes. You never want the team to go to Sweden. I guess it was costing the JFF too much money for this under 15 team to travel to Sweden. Yeah, and I believe that. It must be cheaper traveling to Florida. But if that was the case, why couldn't you have made that clear from early and made the switches? Mr. Chung, you're serious, you know? I think you had made it a point that this team will take too much money to go to Sweden. And maybe that is why they are here in Jamaica still. There's not much emphasis was placed in acquiring the visas for these youngsters. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if all the coaching staff had visas. All we hear is players. And these are flimsy excuses, Mr. Chung. Flimsy excuses. This excuse that I've heard that you have been on and going with the senior team doing this, doing that. Come on, Mr. Chung, man. Leave them little thing there to Saudichress, no man. Eh? But maybe Saudichress would have do better. Not necessarily. But these are all my views, and I'll be back. I'll be zooming on or zooming in to the trip to Florida. What are your views, people? I will see you live shortly. Tomorrow, Friday. But guess what? We won't be talking about the JFF. We won't be talking about the JFF on Friday. But what I'm asking of you to think about these things. Why is it that JFF has found themselves in such a terrible situation that they are unable to get visas? Tell me. Mr. Chong? One of the excuses I heard that I've read. So I couldn't say it's you say it, I'm not sure. But I've read that you have said that you were waiting on the final team players so you could ascertain the visas. But if that is so, fire the coaches, man. Them wrong. How comes the coaches have you so long waiting on the team members for you to go and seek visa? Are you move the goalpost, Mr. Chow? You're trying to put the focus on the coaches now. I think you will get it right though, sir. But how long will you take? How long will this take? You know, we'll be back. And we want to look at what is transpired. We want to look at what the Florida trip, how much will it assist the program? We also want to know what is the detriment of these young under 15 boys in terms of their preparation for the August competition. There's still more to say, but this is just a short one. And we'll be back. Thank you for viewing. This is where I leave you.